Hello, I am Owen Corbett at Feilte 2015 reporting for the youth media team, and we are here with Noel, who is going to tell us a bit about CAST. I actually met Noel before. We entered, myself and Adam O'Dwyer, another member of the youth media team, we entered our first documentary into what was called CAS at the time, with 100 people maybe?
Yeah, there was about 150 people at the time in 2011.
So 2011 was 150 people. I'll let Noel tell you a bit more about how it's grown now.
Okay, so CAST, it's now known as CAST, which stands for Caring About Society Together, and it's a film festival which promotes young people to look at positive mental health in a unique way. So we want them to look at the positivity of mental health and not to be focusing on the negativity. Now, there is a lot of negatives, but once they become informed and the organisations they can get in contact with, they can then start to see that there are positives to the issue at hand. So there's 9 levels. I won't go through all of them, but basically everybody thinks that the overall is to produce a film. It's not. It's to engage young people with positive mental health. It's to get them to research the issue. It's to get them to link with mental health organisations, such as we're heavily sponsored by the National Office for Suicide Prevention, Mental Health Ireland, Suicide or Survive, and the list goes on, and I don't want to leave out anybody, but the list does go on. Yeah. So what happens is the kids then, or the students then eventually put together a storyline, storyboard, script, decide on their shots, then they film the film, and once they do that, they get to edit the film as well. So they have all the kind of the poetic license, I suppose, in terms of how the film looks. A teacher or a youth worker will facilitate the process and make recommendations, but ultimately it's the young people's choice on how it goes. They then submit that to us in early February, and we'll have a panel of very clued in judges. One of them being Paul Cusack, a former RTE director, and he's on our judging panel. And we also have people from the mental health world, and they'll judge as well. But while we're doing that, schools are busy then holding local screenings where they get parents in, they get relations in, they get everybody from the area in. Not only promoting positive mental health, but promoting their success in terms of what they've achieved. So that's that. If a group are successful and get through to the final is usually held in Dublin. It's a black tie event, and people say, why black tie? And we say, why not? Young people deserve the credit. They've worked really hard on this, and they're promoting something very that can touch anybody, I suppose, and that's mental health. So why not black tie? So we hold it in Dublin. They come to that. There are 11 different awards: Best Actor, Best Film, Best Editing, Best Story, Best Concept, and it goes on and on down to, even if I just grab one of these. Yep. So what happens is, like every good film has to have a good poster to promote the film. So we would say produce a poster, which is A3 size, and Mental Health Ireland, who's one of our sponsors, will judge the poster and say, okay, this is the winning poster. Produce postcards, and they can be used then as part of a national campaign.
It's beautiful.
So this particular group, a group from Ennis, County Clare, and they worked with an organisation called SOAR, which they found the relationship between the school and the young people and the organisation very successful and unique, and they came up with a concept, and the concept was it was the king who was being left out and not being allowed to integrate with the other toys. And they went to a session, they got information on how to liaise with each other, and he came into the loop, and isolation was eliminated in this case. Very unique, and it was stop motion animation, so it's not just about film, it can be stop motion, or it can be the documentation of an art piece over a long period of time. And I still remember your film very well. Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant. Well, I'd say you're doing really, really good work, so well done.
Cheers.
I really, really mean that. You can find more of Noel's stuff. CAST, what's your website?
So it's www.castfilmfestival.com, and you can also get us on Twitter. It's @CastFF.
Great. Okay, well, best of luck for the future. You can find more of our stuff at feilte.wordpress.com, and our Twitter is ymt.fm. Thank you.